you looking at? Oh shit. You're here to watch a video about Warmoth guitar stuff, right? Building stuff. So you finally made that decision. You're gonna end up building your little Warmoth Stratocaster. We're talking about strats, you know, and you got all these ideas in your head, and you think it's pretty straightforward, which it can be. Then you get to the website, and you're like, option paralysis, right? Too many options. And the next thing you know, you start building this like illustrious guitar that which started off simple. And the next thing you know, you look at your total cost in the cart, and you're like, holy shit, let me go back to my original idea. I'm going to break it down two ways for Warmoth. One, I love that company. Strat-wise, you're either going to build it ordering unpainted parts, unfinished parts, and then do all that yourself, sort of like this black one here, which I'll cover detail stuff. Or you're going to end up ordering some stuff painted, finished from Warmoth, sort of like my blue one right there. So I'm going to go through some details, sort of glaze over what's going to be involved with both of those kind of builds. But we're going to do like a walkthrough of building a Warmoth on their website. Do it as cheap as you can, sort of like my black one is. And maybe spend a little extra money, maybe. Unless you can find something in the showcase, like I did with that blue one many years ago. And build it with stuff that's already been painted. Or finished, I should say. Two different ways we're going to run through it. I'm doing this video for a gentleman named Sel. Give you a little bit of assistance. Don't be scared. Warmoth's pretty straightforward. Let's do it, man. Alright. Hope that camera angle works. Maybe. It makes it easier to talk instead of having a camera right in my face or holding stuff. Garage doors open. Birds are chirping out there. Alright. Give you a quick breakdown of this particular guitar. This one I ordered unfinished from Warmoth. Okay. So the body was unfinished. You get to select which one you want from the showcase. That's what I'm talking about, primarily a showcase where you're going to save some money. And the neck was unfinished. Alright. Maple, rosewood, which is a nice dark piece of rosewood. The frets are not installed. I chose stainless steel frets, which adds on, I think, an additional $39. I love stainless steel frets. But this is their modern construction neck. You have your little side adjustment in the truss rod there. It's compound radius. I think it goes 10 to 16. It's a standard thin profile for the back of that neck shape. I like that. I've always liked their standard thin, very Fender-esque kind, or modern Fender kind of see. Very comfortable to play. The body is older. One of the biggest aspects about this particular guitar is I was going for the whole vintage kind of thing, but with some modern appointments to it. But I do really like Warmoth's vintage body. And the biggest factors between that and something else, like their modern one, which I'll show you here in a second, is it has a really deep tummy contour. And you can see that contour comes down to about a ½ inch where the tremolo cavity starts. The other aspect of that is they go period correct and have a shallower route for the pickups inside. There's no swimming pool kind of route, or there's no HSH kind of routing. It's single, single, single. And then you have a very shallow worm routing for the wiring and stuff. So if you're wanting to put like the rail single coil size humbucker in there, that's a taller single coil or stacked single coil. You may not have the right amount of depth for those pickups to get lower into the body. And they do mention all that stuff on their website. So, but keep it in mind though, like when you order stuff unfinished, yeah, you're gonna do it yourself, spray paint it, some lacquer. However in depth you want to get about using nitro and all that stuff, it's up to you. But you know, of course, you're gonna have some money involved in that and some elbow grease. But with that also being said, it's not just the body and the neck. I mean, come on, let's be real. You got the body, the neck. You got 11 holes on this pick guard. You're going to have 11 gold screws like I had to order, 12, 13. They come in a package of 12. You got to buy 2 packs of 12 screws, all the gold screws for all your pickups and selector switch, the pick guard, 3 pickups, 3 potentiometers, all your wiring that goes in between, capacitor, output jack plate, your knobs, switch tip. I mean, Jesus, you know, strap buttons, neck plate. I ordered the little neck plate pad that goes underneath that as well. Tremolo springs. Well, wait for tremolo if I didn't say that. And the tremolo claw to include tuners. And a string tree if you have them. I don't have one on this guitar. So it adds up. I'll have a little list of everything you need to order. I mean, you're going to forget something if you don't have a list. But like I said, this one was more vintage inspired. Finished it myself. vintage body, but with a modern style neck. And these go to lock and tuners. They're the vintage kind of look to them, but they actually have locking pins in there like all your other modern lock and tuners just have the vintage look to them. So that's that. Let's grab our other one. Talk about that real quick. This one was built 10, 11 years ago for Warmoth, and everything was purchased off of their showcase. Now, there's probably not as much stuff on their showcase right now, given the situation. They're probably still a little bit behind from coronavirus, which we're getting over, thankfully. But this one was more modern and straightforward. This particular body it was painted Daphne blue, it was ash, and it was chambered. So totally different. 2-point modern tremolo. The neck is actually the identical neck that's on that other guitar. Keep in mind, I bought this like 10, 11 years ago, and I always liked that neck profile. This one does feel a slight bit thicker. But they finished this neck. That's polyurethane with their vintage amber tint, sort of yellow orangey color. It was always a little weird, but same frets, Dunlop stainless steel 6105. I chose those frets. The neck. You might find some that already have some frets installed on there, but they give you the option for fret size that you want to pick, and I think it's an upcharge of about $39 for stainless steel frets. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, this one's definitely a modern guitar, or more modern appointments is what it is. Chambered ash body sounds very unique on a Stratocaster. But yeah, same thing with this. Like, this is a Warmoth pickguard. The other one over there in the black is a Warmoth pickguard. You can choose which nut you want to have installed. They have a couple of different options for different materials. So if I didn't mention that cost a couple extra bucks too. So all in all, actually, these guitars were both around $1,100. This one $1,100 10 years ago, but I did save money on the showcase on a pre-painted body. The other third kind of Strat you can build is everything that you go option by option and you pick it, which gets very expensive very quickly. So these are the more cost-effective methods, and especially that first one is a lot more cost-effective. But yeah, two of these are great guitars. So let's do a run-through on their website, and we're going to keep things how to save as much money without being cheap and making it a great sounding damn guitar. That black guitar over there sounds great. This guitar sounds great. Whatever. It's all good. It's all fine and dandy. So let's do a run-through, man. We'll go ahead and build one piece by piece, and I'll have a little list of all your little parts you got to have on there if I didn't say that already. And we'll see if we can get it under 1,000 this time. I don't know if that's possible. It all really comes down to what kind of pickups you want to put in there. That's going to be your bigger chunk of change. So the sky's the limit on everything. Let's get to it. All right, we're going to hop on Warmoth's website. This is going to be boring, but it's going to be helpful. I hope. Let's get to it. Let's do this. We're going to save some money, but make a damn good guitar. Let's go to the showcase. Let's see. We'll start off with guitar bodies. We'll go with the vintage Strat style. See how many they got in stock. May not have a lot. And all of a sudden my internet wants to be really slow. We'll give it a second. Thanks, internet. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh, damn, they ain't got much. Well, doesn't matter. What we got? Vintage replacement. We got ash 3-piece. That's for a stop tail piece. Tremolo. We got ash. That one doesn't say. Right-handed 6-hole vintage. Yep. Put it in the cart. Straightforward. Let's see. Come on, man. Get to the damn thing. Good God, my internet's slow right now. Let's see, it'll speed up. What do we got? Category. No paint. That's exactly what we're doing. Yep, and yep. Very straightforward. 6-hole for your vintage style trim. You can see a little worm route in there. And it's got the vintage contours. This is their vintage Strat replacement body. So let's go put that in a cart. $210. It's ash. Ash is typically a little bit more expensive than alder. Not by much, but they don't have much in that showcase, so it is what it is. Let's go to next. Go to Strat. And internet slow again. Gonna make for a great video. This is where your options are a little more in depth. They didn't have a lot of bodies in that showcase, but let's see what they got. Let's do a filter real quick. We got one neck between $100 and $200. Damn, that's it. Let's see what that is. Okay. Vintage construction. Well, damn. Let's look at the info on that sucker. 177. You know what? Vintage construction might be good for this if we're going for a straight up vintage style strat. Hey, let's go all out. Ooh, 1.65 nut width, right handed, flat back, or a fat back. It's good. Vintage radius, 7.25 all the way down, 21 inch, or 21 dots. Oh my god, 21 frets. Let me get this right. Standard. Maple one piece, man. You know, Warmoth does a good job of giving you all a breakdown of everything, but there you go. We're going straight vintage today, I guess. It's going to have your vintage plug on top there, and your truss rod adjustment will be on the bottom, which they don't show, but that is a 7 1/4 radius. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's see. Tuner hole. We're going to go vintage style, which is going to be 11/32. So we'll have to order vintage tuners for that. That's very key. Frets. We're still going to go stainless steel. Let's do stainless steel. Stainless steel, 6105, I think is a personal preference. Hey, it's only a $25 upcharge. Dang, they got cheaper on that. All right, bam, put it in. We're at 202, string nut. Let's see, we're going to do Graphtec White XL. They charge $32 for that? You little assholes. Anyways, but they do a good job cutting it, so finish. None. $234 for that neck. Let's go. Add to cart. What are we all right? We're at $444. We're going to go the full deal on this sucker. I don't know about pickups. I've already found you a set of pickups over here. Okay, let's cover that now. This is on through Amazon. Texas Specials, preloaded, pre-wired pick guard. $299. Can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. They got a lot of other options in there too. I own the 69s. Those are great pickups. Texas Specials. So we're going to add $299 to our overall charge for that. All right. So you don't need a pick guard. Let's go hardware. Let's do tremolo bridge first. Strat trims. Their cheapest trim on here is $44. That is a Godo trim. It doesn't say Godo, but that one is. I've already researched that through and I asked Warmoth before. It is a Godo. So we're going to do our traditional color there. And let's see. Anything special? We're going to do in right-handed. And colors chrome. Add to cart. Thanks. Thanks, Warmoth. What do we want to knock out next? Hardware again. We're going to need tuners. Where am I looking at in this other part? No, how about over here? Tuners. I haven't been on this website in 2 years. Let's see. It's going to be left side. And we're going to knock out some vintage ones. 6 in line. 6 in line tuner set. Let's get more info. It's going to be your left-sided tuner. Nickel. Oh, all they got is nickel. That sucks. We're going to stick it in there anyways. You don't have to order these from Warmoth. You can get them from wherever. But we'll put them in there. 11/32. See that size right there? That's what you got to have. Add to cart. All right, let's knock out some more hardware. We're going to need screws. Let's do the screws first, just because I know I'm going to need them. I'll end up forgetting about them. Next screws. Good God. Let's see. Add chrome. Add to cart. I said add to cart, damn it. hardware again. I know this is boring to watch. I do apologize, but let's see. Screws. Pickguard screws. You're gonna need two packs of those. So let's go to that. They're cheap, anyways. And tremolo screws. Oh, we're gonna need those for our selector switch. Anyways. Yep, this is the boring part. Oh God, come on. And let's get our vintage trim. Tremolo bridge screws, there we go. One, two, three, four, five, six. At the cart. Gotta pick that. Add at the cart. Oh, that probably comes in a 6-pack. Dummy. Okay, there you go. Nice Warmoth, you just corrected me. And that should be it for screws because the tremolo claw should come to itself. Let's go more hardware. Tremolo parts. There you go. Add it. Done. And hardware jack plate. And we're gonna have to go. Don't forget our neck plate too. Let's see, jack and jacks. Oh, that does come with screws. You little punk ass. And neck plates. And what else we got? Oh, strap buttons. There you go. See, they make it pretty simple. I'm the dumb one here. I would go for the oversized ones. That's a win. Trust me. It's worth the extra $3. And let's go to our cart. Make sure we got everything here. I think we do. Oh, just let me see my stinking card. I'm not filling this crap out. View cart. How about that? Like I told you, I'm the dumb one here. All right, we got body and neck. Tremolo. Go to 6 inline tuners. Get the 4 screws for the neck. Pickguard screws, which I can actually take off one of those packs. I'm going to drop that down to 1 because the jack plate actually came with 2. Mounting screws for our selector switch, which I did not get. Tremolo screws, tremolo claw, jack plate, neck plate, strap buttons, and we got to get our input jack, or I should say output jack, and our 5-way switch. There we go. Let's go back real quick. Switches. That's a little pricey for theirs, but that's all right. Stick it in there. And what was our last thing we had to get? Oh, jack. Never got that yet. Quarter inch stereo, quarter inch mono. We're going quarter inch mono, of course. Add a card. All right, I think we got a complete guitar. Let's view our cart. Look at our total right now. It's only $581. Okay. So yeah, body and neck, tremolo, tuners, neck screws. Let's make sure we got our neck plate on there, neck plates on there. Pickguard screws. Mounting screws for our 5-way switch. 5-way switch should be on there. Bam, right there. Output jack. Jack plate. Strap buttons with screws. And tremolo claw. And tremolo screws if I didn't say that. I don't think we're forgetting anything. I mean, that's going to be a straight up vintage Strat. 581. Let's go 581 plus 299. So we're at 881. You throw in $100 worth of finishing stuff, you're at $1,000. In tax, about $1,100. See, I told you. Pretty straightforward, man. I'm not lying. And we could do some more digging. And I actually think the straight radius on this neck, we can go back and look at necks real quick. The ones with the straight radius on them are a little bit more expensive, actually. The ones with the compound radius, their modern construction, are a little bit cheaper. Let's go... Let's just go and see what they have in the $200 to $300 range. Anyways, even though that sounds sort of redundant, but usually they have more. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, it costs up there a little bit. They don't have much selection right now. That's okay. But hey, we got it for $581. Like I said, plus our $300, but $881. Tax and stuff you want to finish the body with. You're right at $1,100. And I'd take a Warmoth guitar over a Fender for that same amount any day of the week. You put your own sense of pride in building everything, so. Well, that's that. That's a very boring video. I know I got it, but who cares? Y'all have a great day, man. I hope this helped out.